Well, good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you're having a great Thursday afternoon. I am actually on my way to get an MRI on my knee. My knee has been bothering me and a lingering injury. It's been bad for about the last 3 months or so. I got a cortisone shot, which helped some, and I just kind of lived with the pain. Well, that wasn't until I kind of slipped going down a hill and really just kind of planted when I hit the road, and it jolted, and it's been feeling loose. And there's certain ways I lay at night that you can feel it just fall out of socket, and it just hurts like hell. And so get an MRI to see how bad it is and see what they can do, and hopefully it's not a tore ACL. Maybe it's just something that they can kind of go in and clean it up, and hopefully, in a couple of weeks I can be back to normal. So my question for you guys is anybody concerned about Amari Cooper ankle, knowing that it literally will take as much time, maybe more, than what Dak Prescott's recovery was? Think about this for a second. Dak Prescott broke his ankle October 11th. November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Take it into June. 8 months. 8 months. And during that time where his bone was completely broken, where they went through, they reset it. Okay, let's be clear. This is a major trauma injury that Dak Prescott had. Don't make me pull out the video. He had that surgery to put that together, and then had a second surgery, which was a maintenance cleanup surgery. Okay, second surgery somewhere, I think, in January. All right. Actually, it was after January. It was after we found out about Amari Cooper's. So here's my thing. In 8 months, he's been cleared completely for training camp. 8 months. He had the cleanup surgery for his ankle after having a completely broken ankle. 8 months. Enter January 7th. January 7th, we found out Amari Cooper had cleanup surgery in his ankle. An ankle that he allegedly hurt, they think, the last game of the year. That was deemed a success on that surgery, right? And they said minimal rehab will be needed to be done because this is just routine cleanup. January 7th, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Because they say he might not be ready to start training camp in August. It's 7 months, guys. That's 7 months. In 7 months, Dak Prescott had 2 surgeries with a completely broken leg. Completely broken. And a clean-out surgery, and he's cleared. Yet Amari Cooper just had ankle surgery that is going to take as much time as Dak's. Either one of two things have happened. One, like Tom Brady's knee, where they went in to clean it up, there was more damage than what was let on, in which case it takes longer to heal. Okay? So it had to be more than just a cleanup surgery for it to take this long if everything was, as they said it was, went fine. Or there were complications from the surgery. Because the difference between Dak Prescott and Alex Smith was, well, Alex Smith had a spiral fracture, but it wasn't the spiral fracture because bones basically weld themselves back together. The problem for Alex Smith was the complications of the infections, which is why he had to have more and more surgeries on it, and it took longer to heal, and having to take part of a calf muscle from one leg to the other. Normally doesn't take that long, even with the spiral fracture, to heal, but it was the complications from the surgery, the infection, that caused it to take longer. So one of the two things has happened with Amari Cooper, and we probably will never know which of the two it is. However, here's my conclusion though. As we know about the Dallas Cowboys, this is where you kind of look at the whole picture of everything. The Dallas Cowboys, they were great as far as getting Dak Prescott under contract, making him the second highest paid quarterback and stuff, and actually having him with a low cap number for this year to be able to field the team. It's only $22 million. Even next year, his cap number won't be one of the highest. Right now, his cap number for next year, I think, will be 8th or 9th, somewhere in there. And that's under the assumption that nobody else, like a Josh Allen or anybody else, gets paid before then, and I'm sure some of those guys will this year as well. But next year, the Dallas Cowboys currently, even if the ceiling is reached with the salary cap, will still be about $20 million over, which isn't the end of the world, because you can always restructure a person here and there and get cap room. But as you're looking at the situation where you have Dak Prescott with a lot of money, you look at Zeke Elliott with a lot of money, you look at D-Law with a lot of money, you look at Amari Cooper with a lot of money, you look at Jalen Smith for a lot of money. You look at Amari Cooper, who is the third highest paid on the team, and you say to yourself, with the injuries that he has every off season, are we better off, instead of letting Michael Gallop go, who's young, who doesn't have the injury history, are we better off letting Amari Cooper go, bringing CeeDee Lamb into that role, and holding on to Michael Gallop as either your slot or your outside receiver, and bringing in or drafting somebody else? They always talk about the Cowboys and the high-priced talent and everything else, and the problem for the Cowboys have been in the past is not that they've paid guys a lot of money, but the problem has been is they've gotten the contracts and the player starts to get old and starts having those nagging injuries. Dez Bryant was worth the money he was paid. The problem is the injuries ended up messing up his career and not getting him through. Tony Romo was worth the money that he was paid, but again, the problem is Tony Romo became injury prone. And when you have somebody who's injury prone and they're making a whole lot of money, that precludes you from being able to sign others to be able to replace them or having good backups for them. And this is a case, and I'm not saying the Cowboys, don't you guys love to just cuss me out, okay? I know you do. But I'm not saying that they should. But you have to look at this from the standpoint of Amari Cooper's injury makes it more likely that Michael Gallop stays a Dallas Cowboy, because paying Michael Gallop to be a number 3 receiver versus paying $21 million for Amari Cooper to be a number 1, when you could slide CeeDee Lamb in that role, who won't get paid for another 3 years, actually makes financial sense. So I think Michael Gallop desire to stay in Dallas ends up getting in a better position because of Amari Cooper's injury. That's the downside, the bad side about football, because Amari Cooper is truly one of the best route runners in the NFL. When Amari Cooper is on his game without any injuries, he's one of the best. He's quiet. He's not a showboat guy that says, me, I want all the attention. And that's part of the reason why people don't know that he's as good as he is. But you have to look at things from a dollar and cent standpoint. And injuries are one of those things that will definitely preclude you from continuing to stay on a team. Your best ability is your availability. All right, y'all. Not looking forward to laying in a tube for the next half hour, 45 minutes, or however long it is. You get in that tube and it's that bum 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 bum. It's like, what are they shooting at me? What is that going through my body right now? I've had so many daggone MRIs and X-rays and everything else. I probably glow at night. I probably do. But you got to do what you got to do to continue to hopefully walk. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.